by Zarqawi's sudden transformation from third-rate Jordanian criminal into terror mastermind who operates inside Iraq with a sophistication that is beyond his apparent means. The only, and I agree with you, the only organization capable of running a sophisticated network of cells, operatives from the north to the south, the east, and the west is the former security apparatus of Saddam Hussein. And this is where we now part ways. Because, you see, I think the CIA, this agency that we both share somewhat of a disdain for, has learned in the aftermath of the occupation of Iraq that Saddam Hussein had been preparing for the eventuality of an American occupation for some time, and in fact instructed his security apparatus to melt back in to the nation awaiting the occupation, and then to seek to use the classic approach of terrorists. How do you defeat an occupation? You must first of all make sure that the occupation does not win the hearts and minds of the people of Iraq. You do this by inflicting terror, chaos, anarchy, and they do this very well, but they will never win the hearts and minds of the Iraqi people if the terror, chaos, and anarchy is linked to the former Ba'athist regime or whatever new version of how they want to call themselves. They must create a proxy, and the proxy created after the invasion was Zarqawi. Zarqawi is a front for the former Ba'athist regime of Saddam Hussein. They used these jihadists as expendable rounds of ammunition to inflict horrific terror and horrific chaos, horrific anarchy. But to call this Al-Qaeda is to lose sight of who's really calling the shots in Iraq today when it comes to the insurgency. It's not Al-Qaeda. It's not Osama bin Laden. It's the former government and regime of Saddam Hussein who is waging this insurgency, and until which time we recognize this, we will never be able to defeat it.
No. Well, most of that's true, some of it's in the wrong order. The only word that's wrong is when you say it's after. The collusion with Zarqawi began before, which is why it's important to notice that Saddam's regime was the patron of jihad.
Thank you very much, Christopher Hitchens and Scott Ritter, and Jay Diamond, who did this on one day's notice. Thank you very, very much.
That's it?
I want